The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Community Forum is sponsored by the Easton Grange 196 and a friend of Yardley Wood Rink and the Easton Lions Club.
There's a storm across the valley. The clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away. The whining of his wheels just makes it colder.
Welcome to Community Forum. Today is Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. My name is Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, your host, and with me today is Rita Corey, who is not just the choir director and music director at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, of which I'm a member here in Northeastern, but she also is chairing Bikes Not Bombs, a collection of bikes, and the collection site is Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, 143 Lincoln Street in Northeastern. And we have with us Sam Archer. And Sam, would you introduce yourself and welcome?
Yeah, thank you, Priscilla. Yeah, my name is Sam Archer. I'm the assistant bike shop director at Bikes Not Bombs, which is in the Jamaica Plain neighborhood of Boston. Yeah, and we're really excited to partner with your community to do this bike drive. Rita has been connected with Bikes Not Bombs for a long time, and so we're really grateful that we can help people recycle old bikes that they're done with, and in many cases restore them and make sure they have some kind of second life.
And I understand that you're part of the restoration team. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, here in the bike shop, we do take some of the bikes that are donated to us and refurbish them. Sometimes they need new parts. They're not always put together just as the original bike was, but intended to make something that's going to be like a good commuter bike, good solid bike for somebody.
And so, Rita, tell me how you got involved with Bikes Not Bombs.
Well, Bikes Not Bombs has a ride, which is a fundraiser, much like the Walk for Hunger is in the spring. They have it in the fall, and I live in Sharon, and one of my friend's sons was sitting at the lake offering water and refreshments to people who were on this ride. And so I asked him what he was doing there, and he said it was for Bikes Not Bombs, and I had not heard of Bikes Not Bombs before. So he was my connection to Bikes Not Bombs, and I've been involved ever since.
Okay, and I know that you've been very successful, and using Holy Trinity Lutheran parking lot as a depository for bikes. Now, Sam? How did Bikes Not Bombs get its name?
Well, it was started in 1984 by some people in the bicycle community in Boston who were mechanics and bike people, and they really wanted to export something positive from the United States, which was engaged in sort of a reign of terror, which has continued to this day.
Yeah.
And so, they thought we really can actually send bicycles. They're seeing every day bicycles that were maybe 85% good, and they knew somebody with the time and the know-how could bring it back, and that we could share both the materials and the knowledge to help people be able to use bikes wherever they are all over the world.
And so, for many people in many countries, bicycle is the only mode of transportation. Isn't that correct? And so tell me where your bikes go.
Yeah, I mean, there are many places where the vast majority of people are walking everywhere for their transportation. So having a simple bicycle could cut hours of travel out of somebody's day, going to school, going to get medical services, going to the market. And so we partnered with a number of different organizations. We're actually right now packing a shipping container to go to El Salvador to a partner called Cesta, who we've sent many containers of bicycles to, and they do something similar to what we do in the Bikes Not Bombs shop on the other end, where they're taking this recycled materials, they're reclaiming parts and saving frames and putting together complete bicycles for people.
So, some of the organizations will be doing the reparations themselves, the repair work themselves. Is that it? That you don't
That's
have to
right.
do them?
We don't refurbish every bicycle that is sent in the international program. It's actually the generosity of and the bicycle enthusiasm of Greater Boston is such that we get a much larger volume of donations than we would be able to process and use locally.
I see. Okay. And so locally, you provide bikes, and who are the recipients?
Well, so we have a bike shop which we operate, and part of the reason we do like a commercial bike shop is to make sure that we have the skills of professional mechanics, so that we can do youth and community education programs, and also just provide bicycle services in our specific neighborhood, in our community, to people who might not have as good access. And then to help people who are having a financial hardship or maybe unable to afford to buy a bike. We also have something called the Bike Match program, which we're working on really getting started up. But if people can, demonstrate the need, then we're trying to match them with a bike that will be reliable for them.
Great.
For free.
Yeah. Okay. And so simultaneously, you're keeping people healthy by riding bike too.
I hope so. Yeah, I've benefited from that. I really enjoy riding my bike every day. I make it part of my commute, and that's how I get my steps in.
Uh-huh. Good. And Rita, what satisfaction have you gotten from this program?
Well, knowing that something that is useful is prevented from going into the trash stream. I've picked up lots of bikes with my bike rack, or I've walked them home if it was close in my neighborhood. Friends have picked up bikes. There was a man who lived in Canton, Bob, and he would come to my house, and he was close to 90, I would say. And he would pick up the bikes and bring them to Bikes Not Bombs. In the older days, it was like maybe 10 at a time. Then he needed to rebuild his pickup truck and just put a platform on it. And so he would pick up 3 bikes and bring them to Bikes Not Bombs. And he recently passed away, which was sad, but he found something useful to do when he was quite advanced in age. I don't know how he ever got connected to Bikes Not Bombs, but he was a very nice man.
Great. So tell us the date and time, Rita, where people can drop off their bikes.
It's Saturday, October 21st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. At Holy Trinity Lutheran Church parking lot. You'll see the truck parked out near the street, so you'll know that it's the right place to drop it off. And people will be there to help process it and make the bikes smaller so that they fit into the truck well.
Okay, and so the address of the church is 143 Lincoln Street in Northeastern. Okay, so Sam, what is your job now? Are you supervising all these collection places, or how do you operate?
Yeah, that's right. I'm managing the team that is doing bike drives. Bikes Not Bombs does these kind of larger collections outside of our sort of inner Boston area during the spring and the fall. So we had 2 new bike donations coordinators start with us over the summer, and they're also going to be helping out with this. And hopefully a youth apprentice will be able to come with us as well. So we'll have a small team there helping to flatten the bicycles and also to register the donations for folks. As we understand that bicycles they may have value as in-kind donations. Also, some people make cash donations. We do ask for a $20 donation if it's possible for folks to help us cover the staff costs of processing bicycles and so forth. And since we're a nonprofit, we'd be able to give you receipts for those things. But yeah, we'll be there to help out with the process. I end up being a little bit of a Swiss Army knife. So if you want to see me in person, you can visit the Bikes Not Bombs hub in Jamaica Plain. And please visit us online too, bikesnotbombs.org.
Okay, and what's the address in Jamaica Plains for maybe
Oh,
people?
that's at 284 Amory Street in Jamaica Plain. It is in the same complex as the Sam Adams Brewery. So if you've ever been up to the Sam Adams Brewery for a tour, we're just right around the corner from there. We don't share a parking lot. We're on the other side of the building.
I see. Well, that's good to know. And are you having the roundup of bikes on the same date and time?
Well, so we're always accepting donations here at the hub, and so there's really always something going on with the bikes. There's a constant stream coming in, and we're sorting out what is the best usable and matching them up with what are our international partners asking for the most. Are they looking for mountain bikes, not road bikes? And so that informs some of the selection that goes on. But yeah, this is a bicycle place. There's always bicycles are being taken apart, reconstructed, and given new life here.
And what are
Come
the
check it out.
hours? What are your hours?
Tuesday through Friday, 12 until 7 p.m. And then on Saturdays, 10 until 5 p.m. And we are closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Okay.
Sam, can you also mention a little bit about the expansion of Bikes Not Bombs that's happening both in neighborhoods and in the actual physical space you have?
Yeah, definitely. I think in some ways I'm part of that expansion. So I joined Bikes Not Bombs as a staff person a little over a year ago. And so, there's definitely been a surge of public interest in bicycling and in the kind of work that we're doing with bicycles, working with youth and, our international kind of peace mission that we have. So we've been able to expand in our Jamaica Plain space and actually put together our hub and our teaching, or our bike shop and our teaching parts of our operation, so that we're all under one roof. And the bike school educators are benefiting from having the professional mechanics on site. And yeah, so it's a great cross-pollination happening here. And we're expanding. We have a new location in the Roxbury neighborhood, so a few miles away from Jamaica Plain. And that's a place that doesn't have bike shops serving it now. So we're doing bike school activities and working with mostly teenagers in the neighborhood to teach them bike mechanics. And we hope to grow that into a business and kind of continue this growth of our social enterprise too.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. So you're expanding the knowledge as well as providing bikes for people who need them.
Yeah, that's actually a really important part of it. Is we want people to be able to learn about the bikes that they get so that they can better take care of them and and kind of come into the community of bicyclists.
Good. Okay. Rita, do you have any closing comments?
Well, the bike drive has always been co-sponsored by the Sharon Friends of Conservation. That's because I'm on the board. And many years ago, I said, can we do this? And they said, yes. So we started out with only collections in Sharon, and now we've moved to my church in Easton, and we will try to alternate Sharon and Easton as sites for the bike collection.
Great. So, Sam, any parting words?
I just thank you both for giving me the opportunity to talk with you, and Rita especially for putting together the bike drive and wrangling us. Right, we're going in so many directions sometimes that it takes you stayed in touch, and so we're making it happen. Really looking forward to it.
Good. And we're going to send you a link to this interview so that you can post it on your website and your Facebook page and so forth.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Thank you so much for
Take care.
joining us. Take care. And this is Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, your host, and Rita Corey and Sam Archer saying, bidding you farewell. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Keep in mind, October 29th.
21st.
Sorry, October 21st, 9 to 1, and drop off any bikes and children.
No rusted bikes, though.
No rusted bikes, no.
And
But
parts are good, tools are good.
helmets. Yes, so all the accessories are good too. So now you know what to do with that children's bike that your child has outgrown. Drop it off at 143 Lincoln Street, Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, Saturday, October 21st, between 9 and 1. and Rita will be there to thank you. So thanks, Rita, for joining me
Thank you.
today. And until next time, be well.
Community Forum is sponsored by the Easton Grange 196 and a friend of Yardley Wood Rink and the Easton Lions Club.